Welcome back students to one more session of your NCERT, that is your Unit 2 Acids, Bases and Salts. So in the previous video we have seen a concept about pH scale. So pH scale very clearly explained, there is an activity attached to that. After that I also explained the importance of pH value or pH in the daily life. So please watch that very clearly, very beautiful PPTs are given, animated videos are added to that. It's everything is for you, for your understanding, right? Because visually when you see something it will get printed, you'll never forget that. Now today what are we going to learn? Let's see. Here we are going to know we have learned about acids, we have learned about bases, we have learned the reactions, and now we are coming to a topic that is more about salts, right? So when I have to speak about salts, two concepts. One is 2.4, more about salts of your NCERT. 2.4.1 about family of salts. Both the topics will be discussed in this video. First I'll erase off this, and after teaching then I'll come back to this. Now when I have to speak about salts, ma'am, what actually is a salt? Simple terms. Suppose HCl is here. If I am going to take out H plus ion from here and add a metal atom like Na, what will happen? It will become NaCl. So what is that? I can define salt as salt is formed when an H plus is replaced by a metal atom. One more thing we'll do. Okay. HCl I am going to take and I am going to introduce calcium. So it will become calcium chloride. Ma'am, doubt how did I get 2? Again I said, let us see. Now calcium, when I take atomic number 20, chloride atomic number 17. Let us divide. KLMN shells, KLMN shells. So 22, 8, 8, 2. Chloride 287. So what is the valence, electron valency here? 2. What is the valency here? To become stable, it requires 1 electron. So 1. Correct? So cross it. Cross it. What do I get? Calcium is 1. Ca. Chloride is 2. Cl2. So calcium chloride is a formula. So I am erasing this part. Hope you would have noted it and done. Now let us understand. Now, so first definition I can give you. Salts are those substances which are formed by replacing H plus ion with NaCl. Okay, this is understood. Ma'am, how do we get salts in the lab? How can I prepare salts? So there is nothing. Salts can be prepared by a reaction called neutralization reaction, which we have already studied. So how can I prepare? Second point is salts can be prepared by neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction. So in neutralization reaction, what do? We are going to take an acid. I am going to add a base. I get a compound called salt plus water. So acid plus base giving me salt plus water is called neutralization reaction, where we are going to prepare salts in the lab. Done. Here one important thing you need to remember. So whenever we are speaking about salt, see here, from where did I get salt? I got salt from an acid. I got salt from a combination of base. Let us take an example and see. Suppose if I take HCl, I am going to take NaOH. What do I get? We simply, how do we write? We write the center part, one cation, one anion, and H and this. So NaCl is out and water. Now what you have to understand, in NaCl, a part of it comes from the acid. That is, Cl has come from where? Cl has come from an acid. A part of it has come from where? From a base, isn't it? Now suppose if they ask you, what are the parent atoms of sodium chloride? What should you write? Simple. From where it has come? NaCl is made up of a parent atom HCl, and NaCl is made up of a parent atom sodium hydroxide, you need to say. Little confusing. Let us see some more examples. So okay, let me erase this and see. So here, let us take one more example, that is calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, sodium sulfate, calcium sulfate. Simple. Let us break. I am going to divide this half divide this half, divide this half, divide this half. Now what are the parent atoms of this? I very well know these are all salts. I very well know they come from an acid and a base. So what you do, you add to the last part H plus, to this part OH minus everywhere. So first one, what do you get? HCl. Okay, 2 HCl, that's different. Next comes calcium hydroxide. See here, one acid and a base. Again, add HCH plus here, OH minus here. So HCl plus magnesium hydroxide. These are the parent atoms. Next, add H plus here, OH minus here. So H2SO4 plus NaOH are the parent acid atoms, acid and base. Here, same. You're going to add H plus, you're going to add OH minus, you're going to get H2SO4 plus calcium hydroxide. Simple, isn't it? So when somebody asks you what are the parent atoms of the salts, simple, you need to add like this and say calcium chloride, the parent atom is HCl as an acid and calcium hydroxide as a base. Simple, right? Now I have understood the definition of salts, then I have understood from where I can prepare salts, then I have taken certain examples of the salts. Next important concept, after taking all these, you need to remember always, that is, let me erase the board and take the next concept, that is the fourth concept. What is the fourth concept? Always the means, or if I have to say, the salts of HCl, what are they called? Chlorides. What am I trying to say? Just see. Salts of HCl, they are called chlorides. Let us number this as 2. Salts of H2SO4, I call it as sulfates. That's okay? Yeah. Now, salts of calcium sulfate. Okay, sulfate. Okay, now let us write salts of carbonate. Let us write. Now I should not write carbonate, I will write chloride only. Okay, salts of chlorides. Again chloride has come, chloride. Okay, now one more. If I write salts of let us take potassium nitrate. So what is the thing here? What do we have? Nitrate. So that means whichever you are going to take the last part, that particular ion, we call it as chlorides, nitrates or sulfates. Ma'am, how can I apply it in the example? Let's see. So hope you would have noted this. Let us take this and take one example. Now, suppose I have got calcium chloride. From where did I get this? I got it from a parent atom. I said break this, H plus OH minus. Now what do we get? You got it from HCl plus calcium hydroxide. Now I said if the salt of HCl is called chlorides, that is what I said. What is the name of this? Calcium chloride. Am I right, students? Yes, perfectly right. So the salt of chloride or the salt of HCl is called chloride. Proven, isn't it? The earlier paragraph what we read, exactly proven to this example. That's clear, right? So this is about the salts. So let us once summarize. We have learned the definition of salt, done. We have learned the preparation of salt, done. Then I have given you in a salt what basically it has a parent acid as well as a parent base atom. Together only through neutralization it forms salt. Then I have given one more concept, salts of chloride, salts of nitrate, salts of sulfates, like that, and I've given you an example. Now you need to understand what are the different properties of salts. Okay, so now we will learn little bit. We'll put a salt in the center and learn its properties. The first important thing, whenever I take a salt, important, salts are always solids. They're solids in nature, right? Means they will get in the form of crystalline salts and amorphous salts. Both crystalline means it will be just like a rough texture, and amorphous just like a talcum powder, very soft. Done. When I take a salt, the salts are going to conduct electricity. Important thing is they're going to conduct electricity only in molten state. Means molten means only in solution. Let us write like that, not molten. Conduct electricity only in solutions. So if they are dissolved in water, you take 1 spoon, 1 glass of glass, you add sodium chloride, mix it, it will become brine solution. When you put 2 electrodes, it starts conducting electricity. So salts are going to conduct electricity only in solutions. That's next important property. Salts have high melting point and boiling point. This you need to remember. So when they have high melting and boiling point, because they start conducting, as I said, so obviously it will be high. It has to break the crystal lattice. We need to break the salt crystal, which you will be learning in grade 12. Very interesting chapter where we call it a solid state. Done. So you can always watch. See students, you are in grade 10th. I should not watch 11th and 12th videos. There is nothing like that. If you have the caliber, if you have the interest, 11th videos are there in the channel, 12th videos are there in the channel. You can wonderfully sit and watch all the videos. Now this is knowledge is immense. There is nothing limit. If you are in 10th, you have to study only 10th. There is nothing. If you are able to understand, please watch all the videos. 10th, 11th and 12th all are there in the same channel. It's only for you all. Let us come back. Now when I take salt, salts are substances where we have 2 parts. One is a cationic part, cation, one is an anion. So cation is a positively charged species, anion is a negatively charged species. Suppose if I take an example, NaCl. In NaCl, the first part is a cation, Na plus. The second part is an anion, Cl minus. Everywhere it's the same. Let us take magnesium sulfate. So the first part is a cation plus 2. The second part is an anion minus 2. Important thing, always the charges should be balanced. Both cationic charges and the anionic charges should always balance with each other. If it is not balanced, it will never, see, salt is formed from an acid and a base. Compulsory the charges have to be balanced, then only it exists as a crystal lattice or the crystal structure. So cation and anion. Done. Next important thing you have to remember, salts are, if I have to speak about salts, so from where do we get these salts? In the lab is neutralization reaction. If I have to speak about the common salt, that is where do we get? We get from the sea, isn't it? So you have 2 varieties of salts in that, which we get from the sea is one, and one more which you get it as a deposit, that is a rock salt. So common salt and rock salt. I'll be doing one video also. So very nice, interesting thing, how we are going to extract salt, how is it evaporated, and rock salt, how do they mine, everything I'll be showing in the animated video, right? So salts, again I said it is of 2 types. One is common salt, and this is an example basically on the property, and the rock salt. Right students, right, this is something about the properties of salts. Now I'm going to take, okay, solubility, important. Salts are soluble in water, that's compulsory. They're easily soluble. You take common salt, mix it, it will stir it with a spoon or something, it will dissolve, right? So these are the complete properties of salts. Now we are going to see the next concept, that is family of salts. What actually is family of salts? Let's see. Okay, so family, when the word says family of salts, it's nothing, isn't it? Just see, in your family there are certain families where they have twins, isn't it? Or if you take your family, in your family, brother, sister, elder brother, younger brother, because you come from the same, listen, your mother, you'll be getting the genes of your parents, both mother and father. So family of salts means in that way, whichever is similar we categorize. So when I have to speak about family of salts, that is 2.4.1, family of salts. What is important here is, see, here I'm going to show you in an animated video how we are going to take the activity which is there in the NCERT and classify it. But in the exam, if they ask you different family of salts, let me write one cloud, like cloud sort of thing. Now what are family of salts? Here I have NaCl, calcium chloride, magnesium bromide, calcium sulfate, then okay, sodium sulfate, okay, then what do we have? Any other salts? Okay, zinc chloride, barium sulfate, magnesium over zinc bromide. Okay. Now what are you saying? If I have to classify into family of salts, just see. Now if I take first one, second one, third one, what is common? Common is chloride. What is different? All the three metals are different. So either the cation or the anion, you are going to take it and make it into one family. Let's see. So I am going to make one chloride family here. Let us take. So I have a chloride family. In the chloride family, what do we have? NaCl. In the chloride family, I have calcium chloride. In the chloride family, I have zinc chloride. All these are chloride family. That's over. Next, let us come to the next one. Bromide family. Anything is there? One bromine is here, one more. Okay. Then we have bromide family. So in bromide family, I am going to take two. One is magnesium bromide and I have zinc bromide, both. This is over. This is over. Now next I have important thing, sulfate family. Okay, sulfate family is one more where I have three examples: calcium sulfate, barium sulfate, sodium sulfate. So here all the sulfates are similar, bromides are similar. So here like this we are going to classify. Ma'am, now doubt, ma'am, all anions only will be different? No problem, cations also can be different. So cations, shall we write acetate? Okay, only anions. So here suppose zinc acetate is here, CH3COO. Calcium acetate is here. Now both belong to which family? Acetate family. So the fourth one is acetate family. So like this, chloride, bromide, iodide, acetate, sulfate, phosphate, so many different varieties of families are there. So family of salts is the concept of separating the salts based on the common groups. That's all, right? Now you're going to learn one activity along with this. So thank you for watching, students. This is about your salt, definition of salt, preparation of salt in the lab, properties of salt, family of salt concept. I'll end up with the activity. Please watch the activity. Thank you for watching.